Greetings, cherished friends. A decade of experience crystallized these insights, yet I'm delivering them to you in half an hour. Existence pauses for no one. Dawn breaks, existence progresses, and regardless of your preparedness, moments cascade forward like an endless stream. Each awakening serves as confirmation of your continued participation in this journey. Simultaneously, it stands as a caution that inaction guarantees being surpassed by the march of progress. Consider this reality. Individuals from our past have journeyed along different trajectories. Careers we believed permanent have dissolved. Experiences we considered everlasting now exist solely as recollections. The universe maintains its momentum regardless of exhaustion. It remains indifferent to emotional wounds. Furthermore, it absolutely refuses to accommodate complacency. This explains why mornings carry such significance. Every dawn presents an opportunity to determine your identity for that day. Will you embody someone repeating previous errors, or will you emerge more resilient and focused? The reality proves challenging, yet liberating. Nobody maintains concern for your struggles. Individuals remain absorbed in their personal challenges to shoulder yours. Rather than despair, this should inspire self-reliance. When external rescue proves impossible, transformative authority resides exclusively within yourself. Herein lies morning's magnificence. They confirm that your existence remains malleable under your direction. Remorse whispers to countless individuals upon waking, sorrow regarding squandered opportunities, abandoned aspirations, overlooked possibilities. However, regret serves no purpose unless converted into motivation. Refuse to perceive your history as confinement. Recognize it as instruction. Every misstep represents wisdom etched into consciousness. Furthermore, every setback propels you toward enhanced understanding. Morning delivers your recurring opportunity to embrace these teachings and declare your refusal to replicate what damaged you, choosing instead to construct something more enduring. Yet understand this caution. Without initiative toward manifesting your ideal existence, others will recruit you to actualize theirs. This represents existence's fundamental principle. Through aimlessness, through scattered focus, through perpetual anticipation of optimal conditions, fulfillment never materializes. Your years become dedicated to executing another's blueprint while yours gradually diminishes. Morning presents a decision: become the designer of your fate or remain employed within someone else's vision. Throughout this expedition, discretion serves as your companion. Labor in quietude, safeguard your aspirations, and acknowledge triumphs personally. Individuals excel at undermining endeavors, not necessarily through malicious intent, but through skepticism, jealousy, or pessimism. Premature revelation exposes your vision to the turbulence of external judgments. Ancient wisdom taught indifference toward others' perspectives, and this principle retains relevance. Develop silently. Conserve your vitality. Allow achievements to communicate when appropriate. Ultimately, remember this principle. Not every guidance holds equivalent value. The universe overflows with voices dictating your actions, lifestyle choices, and destinations. However, when the advisor fails to demonstrate the existence you respect, why grant them attention? Select mentors judiciously, disregard distractions, pursue exclusively those whose behaviors mirror the outcomes you desire. This establishes the framework for the message you're receiving. These transcend mere expressions. They constitute foundational beliefs that will restructure how you approach your mornings, challenges, and destiny. Years of experimentation, hardship, and contemplation were required for my comprehension. My intention involves preserving you that duration. Presently, let's examine these principles collectively. Ultimately, you'll prepare to greet every morning with unwavering certainty. Declare alongside me currently. Each morning strengthens my resolve. Principle 1. Existence pauses for no one. Existence demonstrates no patience. It maintains constant motion, offers no delays, and provides no repeated opportunities. The greatest deception many harbor involves the assumption of abundant time. Tomorrow, we promise ourselves. Following week, subsequent year, eventually. Yet eventually proves treacherous terminology because it nearly always signifies never. Possessing dreams, maintaining objectives, recognizing necessary transformations means existence refuses to accommodate comfort, readiness, or courage. It advances regardless of your participation. Upon awakening each morning, you enter a universe already mobilized. Someone actively pursues the concept you're postponing. Someone trains more intensely while you browse digital feeds. Someone actively constructs the reality you merely envision. The universe demonstrates no consideration for your uncertainty. The ancient philosopher Marcus Aurelius expressed the notion that we shouldn't behave as though immortality were guaranteed. Mortality shadows you throughout life, while capacity remains within reach. Pursue excellence. His observation emphasizes time as our most finite asset. Tomorrow remains uncertain. Even the approaching hour lacks guarantee. Only this instant exists. This respiration, this morning. Your utilization of it surpasses everything else in importance. Reflect upon opportunities already sacrificed to postponement. Consider the occasions you declared intentions to commence the following week, only to discover yourself unchanged months subsequently. That represents the consequence of believing existence accommodates delay. It refuses. Moreover, the greatest suffering isn't failure. Rather, it's retrospective realization that attempts were never initiated. The universe maintains progression independent of your contribution. Natural forces ignore your justifications. Seasons transform. Daylight cycles persist. Individuals enter existence. Individuals depart. And chronology flows onward. You can harmonize with this flow through daily action, or resist it and face forceful compliance. Regardless, existence advances. What implications does this hold for your mornings? It signifies that your daily commencement shapes subsequent events. Beginning with intention establishes alignment with existence's rhythm. Beginning with lethargy, distraction, and hesitation results in falling behind. Morning transcends mere temporal designation. It constitutes a decisive arena where you determine whether you actively participate in existence or merely observe. Question yourself, what if today represented your final opportunity for advancement? Would you squander it? What if today was the moment your future self desperately hopes you won't compromise? Would you still delay rising? Every admired successful individual shares one commonality. They comprehended time's preciousness and refused to await existence's deceleration. They moved with immediate purpose. They acted. They constructed. They encountered failure and resurged. Their distinction from everyone else isn't talent. Rather, it's urgency. Therefore, what action should you pursue? Begin with one straightforward commitment. Never permit morning waste. Upon awakening, transcend mere existence. Decide. Determine your movement, your actions, your progression. Even minimal steps matter. A composed page, a completed exercise session, a formulated strategy. Existence rewards those respecting time. The most potent affirmation you can maintain states this: I refuse to await existence. I rise alongside it. Living with this perspective eliminates fear of being surpassed because you'll advance daily. Consequently, let me present a challenge. Tomorrow morning, upon awakening, avoid retrieving your device. Avoid scrolling. Avoid postponement. Sit upright, inhale deeply, and remind yourself existence pauses for no one. Today, I advance. Comment this immediately to solidify it within your consciousness. I refuse to await existence. I rise alongside it. Principle 2. Prioritize personal well-being. Let me share a reality many ignore until consequences arrive. Should something befall you, the universe continues. Harsh truth, correct? Yet it reflects reality. Your employment will secure replacement. Your obligations will transfer elsewhere. Even those caring for you will eventually adapt to your absence. Existence doesn't halt when you falter. It simply maintains forward momentum. Therefore, self-care must claim priority. You cannot distribute from depleted reserves. You cannot construct your vision, support your household, or achieve potential when physical and mental resources are exhausted. Yet countless individuals exist as though indestructible, sacrificing rest, disregarding wellness, abandoning mental tranquility. We misconstrue sacrifice as self-destruction for others' benefit. However, that's not sacrifice. Rather, it's gradual self-annihilation. Ancient wisdom recognized this. Epictetus instructed that mind and body require fortress-like protection. When fortifications collapse, everything within faces jeopardy. Similarly, when you collapse, your aspirations, objectives, and loved ones all suffer consequences. Therefore, your primary morning responsibility involves self-care. Question yourself. What purpose exists in tireless wealth pursuit if illness prevents enjoyment? What purpose exists in chasing aspirations if physical deterioration occurs before achievement? Genuine discipline transcends relentless effort. It encompasses intelligent effort. Furthermore, intelligent effort commences with self-care. Therefore, what does this manifest practically? It signifies respecting your physical form as your destiny's vehicle. Nourish it with quality sustenance, not toxins. Fortify it through activity, not negligence. Restore it through rest, not endless digital consumption. Additionally, sharpen your consciousness through stillness, not cacophony. These practices may appear minor, yet collectively they establish greatness's foundation. Consider your morning as your daily launching platform. Starting with disorder, rushing, meal skipping, stress immersion establishes the foundation for additional chaos. However, starting with organization, hydration, movement, peaceful reflection positions you prepared for the world. Numerous individuals dismiss self-care, believing it demonstrates selfishness. However, let me reverse that perspective. Neglecting yourself demonstrates selfishness. Why? Because your breakdown causes suffering for dependent individuals. Your household, your companions, your purpose, they all require your strength. Self-care isn't selfish. Rather, it represents the most accountable commitment you can undertake. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that control exists over consciousness, not external circumstances. Recognizing this reveals strength. This signifies protecting your mental condition holds equal importance to protecting physical well-being. Each morning, examine your thoughts. Are you saturating your consciousness with negativity before the day commences, or are you filling it with purpose and clarity? Imagine this scenario. Two individuals awaken simultaneously. One lingers, browsing social platforms, saturating their mind with envy and distraction. The other consumes water, stretches, breathes deliberately, and establishes daily intention. Who do you predict will navigate existence more effectively? Who will maintain grounding when challenges emerge? That represents morning self-care's power. It provides protection before conflicts commence. Therefore, let this become your commitment. Stop postponing self-care until crisis forces action. Avoid awaiting exhaustion, illness, or heartbreak to remind you of fragility. Establish habits presently that provide years of protection. Every morning, ask, what can I accomplish today to strengthen myself, then execute it. Because here's the reality. Existence pauses for no one. However, through self-care, you can harmonize with it, not oppose it. You can maintain the flow's pace rather than being overwhelmed by it. Declare this alongside me and share in comments. I will prioritize self-care because my vision depends upon it. Principle 3. Refuse regret. Acquire knowledge and progress forward. Regret constitutes one of the most burdensome constraints a person can bear. It drags behind you, impeding every movement, murmuring suggestions that you should have performed better, that you squandered time, that you're already delayed. However, here's the reality. Regret proves worthless unless transformed into propulsion. How many mornings have you awakened dwelling on errors, contemplating the position you declined, the relationship you damaged, the possibilities you allowed to escape? That represents regret's snare. It persuades you that history still lives when reality confirms it's already concluded. You cannot reverse time. You cannot rewrite it. You can solely learn from it. Ancient philosophers demonstrated absolute clarity regarding this. Epictetus stated that we suffer more frequently through imagination than reality. Regret exemplifies precisely that. Suffering through imagination, generating pain from what no longer exists. History represents a concluded chapter. The sole authority it maintains involves the lessons you extract from it. Rather than questioning why this occurred to me, question what this taught me. That transformation changes everything. Every failure transforms into instruction. Every heartbreak transforms into wisdom. Every squandered year transforms into a teacher, prompting you to stop wasting the subsequent one. However, here's the danger. Regret doesn't merely restrain you. It blinds you to the present. You focus so intensely on what you lost that you overlook what exists before you currently. Imagine operating a vehicle while observing exclusively through the rearview mirror. You guarantee collision. That's regret's effect. It maintains your vision locked on what's behind you while your future passes by unnoticed. Therefore, how do you release it? First, accept that you cannot modify what already occurred. Forgive yourself for being human. Nobody makes flawless decisions. Nobody avoids errors. What matters involves whether you repeat them or transcend them. Second, take action today. The optimal antidote to regret involves progress. If you regret squandering years avoiding exercise, commence moving your body today. If you regret not initiating your enterprise earlier, take the first modest step now. Regret loses its hold when you prove to yourself that the future can surpass the past. Third, remember this. You aren't the same individual who committed those errors. Every sunrise renews you. The fact that you regret your history demonstrates that you've evolved. Don't punish the current you for the previous you's mistakes. Instead, honor that evolution by progressing forward with wisdom. Marcus Aurelius expressed that what obstructs the path becomes the path. Your regrets, your failures, they aren't obstacles on your journey. They constitute the journey. Utilize them. Let them shape you into someone unshakable. Tomorrow morning, when regret attempts to pull you back into yesterday, respond with action. Declare appreciation for the lesson, but I am walking forward. Remember this affirmation and document it. I am not my history. I acquire knowledge, I evolve, I progress forward. Principle 4. Construct your vision or construct someone else's. Every morning upon awakening, you face a decision. Will you construct your vision, or will you dedicate the day constructing someone else's? This represents one of the most difficult realities to accept, because most individuals dedicate their entire existence laboring for another person's vision, while their own aspirations remain concealed within them. Observe your surroundings, the organization you serve, the structure you occupy, the application you utilize, even the beverage you consume. These all represented someone's vision once. The sole reason you possess them now involves those individuals deciding to construct rather than postpone. They refuse to squander mornings. They refuse to ignore their calling. They acted with urgency while countless others remained dormant. Furthermore, here's the reality. Without awakening with purpose, someone else will gladly market you theirs. Without pursuing your vision, you will dedicate your existence pursuing deadlines for individuals who did. That doesn't signify serving someone else always proves detrimental. Sometimes it proves necessary. Sometimes it instructs you in discipline. Sometimes it provides stability. However, if you halt there, if you abandon your vision entirely to exclusively serve others, then you've forfeited yourself. Ancient philosophers believed every individual possesses a duty to exist according to their nature. That signifies utilizing your talents, your capabilities, your vitality for something meaningful. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that a person's value equals no greater than their ambition's value. Question yourself. What are your ambitions? Do they belong to you or simply what society distributed? Constructing your vision doesn't always signify resigning your position tomorrow. It doesn't signify recklessly abandoning stability. It signifies dedicating time daily to invest in what ignites you internally. Compose that manuscript before work. Initiate that modest enterprise on the side. Acquire that capability after hours. The point isn't how rapidly you move, rather it's that you move at all, because every morning you postpone, your vision accumulates neglect while someone else's grows stronger. Consider mornings as reclaimed time. When the universe remains quiet before obligations flood in, you possess a sacred interval to plant seeds for your future. Most individuals squander this interval on distractions. However, constructors, vision pursuers, utilize it to create. That's why morning practices prove so powerful. They permit you to prioritize your vision before the universe's noise consumes you. Furthermore, let's be transparent. Constructing your vision proves challenging. You will encounter skepticism, fear, exhaustion, and failure. However, you know what proves harder than constructing your vision? Dedicating 4 decades constructing someone else's only to realize you never attempted to construct your own. That's a burden too heavy for the soul. Therefore, question yourself every morning, whose vision am I constructing today? Furthermore, if the response isn't yours, then discover a method, regardless of how modest, to invest in yourself. It may involve an hour, it may involve 20 minutes, it may involve a single page or a single step. However, execute it, because without your action, nobody else will. Affirm this reality currently. I choose to construct my vision one morning at a time. Principle 5. Labor in quietude. Acknowledge in private. In a universe that rewards commotion, silence represents power. Everywhere you observe, individuals are proclaiming their strategies, their objectives, their aspirations. They announce what they're going to accomplish before they've even taken the first step. However, here's the danger. When you reveal excessively too soon, you invite skepticism, jealousy, and sabotage into your existence. That's why one of the greatest lessons I acquired proves simple. Labor in quietude. Acknowledge in private. When you maintain your aspirations quiet, you protect them. Consider them like seeds in the earth. If you excavate them excessively often to display to others, they never develop roots. However, if you nourish them quietly, patiently, in private, they develop into something unshakable. Individuals don't always desire your success. Sometimes even those nearest to you harbor jealousy in their consciousness, not always through malice, but because your advancement reminds them of their stagnation. If you constantly announce your every movement, you grant them the opportunity to plant skepticism in your earth. They'll declare uncertainty about your capability. That sounds hazardous. What if you fail? Furthermore, those seeds of skepticism can destroy your confidence before you've even commenced. Ancient wisdom cautioned against existing for others' opinions. Epictetus instructed that the more you seek approval, the less freedom you possess. Silence liberates you. It permits you to labor without the burden of other individuals' expectations. It permits you to focus on advancement rather than applause. Consider some of the most successful individuals in history. They didn't broadcast their strategies to the universe every morning. They constructed quietly, step by step, until their labor spoke louder than expressions ever could. Greatness doesn't require a trumpet. It announces itself through results. Acknowledging in private proves equally important. Why? Because when you display your victories, you attract jealousy and negativity. Sometimes you attract predators who desire to exploit your success. Sometimes you even lose momentum because the praise deceives your consciousness into thinking the labor is completed. However, when you acknowledge quietly, you stay driven. You keep constructing. You protect your vitality. This doesn't signify you should never share anything. It signifies you must be intentional. Share exclusively when the foundation proves solid, when the results prove undeniable, when no one's skepticism can shake you. Until then, guard your aspirations like treasure. Therefore, how do you practice this? Simple. The next occasion you feel the impulse to announce your strategies, pause. Question yourself, does sharing this serve my evolution or just my ego? If it's exclusively ego, maintain quietude. Let your advancement speak in due time. Tomorrow morning, when you sit with your thoughts, remind yourself, my silence represents my shield. My labor represents my voice. Furthermore, when the time proves right, your results will speak for themselves. Affirm this reality in the comments. I will protect my aspirations in silence and let my results make the commotion. Principle 6. Listen exclusively to the correct voices. The universe proves loud. Everyone possesses guidance for you. Household, companions, colleagues, strangers on the internet. They all desire to instruct you how to exist, what to accomplish, where to journey. However, here's a reality that transformed my existence. If the individual providing you guidance isn't experiencing the existence you desire, why would you listen? We often grant excessive weight to opinions that don't deserve it. You inform a companion about your vision and they laugh. You share your strategy with a colleague and they instruct you it won't succeed. You open your consciousness to household and they project their own fears onto you. Furthermore, slowly, without even realizing it, you start diminishing your vision to accommodate their limited perspective. Ancient wisdom cautioned about this snare. Marcus Aurelius expressed that the opinion of 10,000 individuals holds no value if none of them know anything about the subject. What he signified proved simple. Not every voice matters. Wisdom isn't measured through volume. Simply because someone speaks loudly, confidently, or emotionally doesn't signify they are correct. Consider it like this. Would you accept financial guidance from someone drowning in debt? Would you accept health guidance from someone who doesn't respect their own body? Would you accept relationship guidance from someone who is constantly toxic? Then why do we let voices like this shape our path? The reality proves you must filter your circle. Not everyone deserves access to your consciousness. Surround yourself with individuals who experience the results you desire. If you desire to evolve in discipline, listen to those who embody it. If you desire to succeed in enterprise, acquire knowledge from those who have constructed real success. If you desire peace, pursue those who radiate it. Silencing the incorrect voices proves just as important as amplifying the correct ones. Sometimes this signifies establishing boundaries. Sometimes it signifies walking away entirely. It doesn't signify you stop caring for individuals. It simply signifies you stop letting them control your choices. Furthermore, here's the key. The loudest voice in your existence should be your own. Every morning, question yourself, what do I genuinely desire? What feels correct for me? Listen deeply. Trust yourself. Because ultimately you experience the results of your decisions, not them. Therefore, when you wake tomorrow and the universe's noise attempts to drown you, remember, most of it doesn't matter. Choose carefully whose expressions you let inside. Affirm this reality alongside me. I will exclusively listen to the voices that lead me to the existence I desire. Principle 7. Existence rewards consistency, not justifications. If there's one lesson mornings have instructed me, it's this. Existence doesn't care about justifications. It exclusively cares about contribution. You can explain why you didn't wake early, why you skipped the exercise session, why you didn't pursue your vision. However, justifications don't construct results. Consistency does. Consider it. A single exercise session won't transform your body, however daily discipline will. Composing one page doesn't make a manuscript, however composing a page every day does. Preserving modest money once won't make you wealthy, however preserving modest amounts every day constructs wealth. Success isn't about one giant leap. Rather, it's about modest steps taken consistently. Ancient philosophers existed through discipline. Seneca expressed that it's not that we possess a brief time to exist, but that we squander much of it. Every morning squandered accumulates. Every justification compounds, however, so does every act of discipline. The modest things you accomplish daily shape the entire arc of your existence. Consistency proves powerful because it compounds silently. You may not observe the results immediately, and that's where most individuals quit. They abandon too soon because they desire instant success. However, the reality proves mornings aren't about instant results. They're about planting seeds. Day after day, nourish them, and in time the harvest arrives. Justifications, on the other hand, destroy you silently. They seem harmless in the instant. I'll accomplish it tomorrow. I'm excessively exhausted today. However, one justification becomes two become 10, and suddenly years have passed. Justifications steal more aspirations than failure ever will. Therefore, what's the solution? Construct non-negotiables into your mornings. Modest actions you commit to regardless of circumstances. Perhaps it's 5 minutes of journaling, perhaps it's 10 push-ups, perhaps it's reading one page. It doesn't matter how modest. It matters that you accomplish it consistently. That's how you train your consciousness to choose action over justifications. Consider existence like a ledger. Every day, you either deposit discipline or debt. Discipline constructs you, debt drags you. Which one are you adding each morning? Furthermore, here's the secret. Consistency creates confidence. Every occasion you maintain a promise to yourself, you prove you can trust yourself. Furthermore, when you trust yourself, nothing can shake you. Tomorrow morning, when your consciousness whispers justifications, respond with action. Even if it's modest, even if it's imperfect, choose consistency. Repeat this affirmation alongside me and comment it to secure it. I choose consistency over justifications. Every morning I progress forward. You've just walked through realities that required me years to comprehend. Existence pauses for nobody. If you don't care for yourself, the universe will progress. Regret represents squandered vitality. Acquire knowledge from it and rise. If you don't construct your vision, someone will recruit you to construct theirs. Protect your vision with silence. Filter the voices you listen to. Furthermore, above all, practice consistency. Every morning represents an opportunity to decide. Will you squander it or will you utilize it? Will you drift with justifications or will you rise with discipline? Ancient philosophers instructed us that time represents the one resource we can never reclaim. Once today concludes, it's concluded forever. That's why mornings matter. That's why urgency matters. I cannot make the choice for you. I cannot walk your journey. However, I can remind you, you aren't powerless. You aren't trapped. Every sunrise represents a second opportunity. You don't have to carry regret. You don't have to pursue the incorrect voices. Furthermore, you don't have to construct someone else's vision. You can choose differently starting today. Therefore, when you wake tomorrow, don't await motivation. Don't await permission. Don't await existence to decelerate. Simply rise, progress, act, and as you progress forward, hold this affirmation in your consciousness. I rise stronger every morning, and I will not squander the time existence has granted me. Document it in the comments. Speak it out loud and experience it daily, because existence pauses for nobody, and neither should you.